Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I am here today to do our drawing for my 1,400 subscribers and also to do a Fun Friday. So right after the drawing, which won't take long, I'm going to do our Fun Friday, and I think you guys will like it. I hope you will. Anyway, what I'm going to do first is do our drawing, and the way it works, and if you're new to my channel, is all you have to do is comment on a video and be a subscriber and you're entered. That's it. That's all you got to do. You don't have to say anything special, or you don't even have to say anything nice, okay? But if it's, obscene, then, I'm not going to count it. And that's part of the reason why I go through and I check all the comments, because there's some weird ones that are out there. And also too, you can only enter one per video. I mean, one comment per, like if you comment 5 times on a video, you're still only entered one time. Okay, so that's all you got to do. I pay for shipping anywhere in the United States, but I can't pay for shipping overseas right now because it's really expensive. If you still want the prize, you would pay the shipping. Okay. All right. So let's get right to it. And I have a list of people that I keep. They have numbers next to their name. I do it as the comments come in, and I have a random comment picker on my, let me see, I had it up here a minute ago. All right, let me go back. Here we go. All right, so we're going to have 3 numbers, and let's see. What did we go up to? We went up to 122 comments. So I need to put this to 122. So we're going to go, we need to get 3 numbers, all right? So 1 through 122, and we're going to get 3 numbers. So we have 96. Oh, that's on this page. And 37. And 121. Wow, that's right down. Okay, so it is, let's see, 37 was Kimberly Cook. You have 1. I better write this down or I'm not gonna remember. And then 96. That is Puro Blues. You are number 96. I have horrible handwriting. And then 121 is Mellik, M-E-L-L-I-K. So you are 121. Okay, so those 3 people need to contact me within 7 days to get their prize. And let me show you what their prize is. All you do is I will put my contact information in the description box, and just email me with your address. If you live overseas and you don't want to pay for shipping, that's fine. I get it. We've had a few people that it just, some people wanted to, but they weren't actually even shipping to their area. So anyway, I have this fabric, and I have decided, since I have never gotten around to putting it in my Etsy shop, this is this beautiful swirled emerald. It's like a crushed velvet type thing. Crushed velvet green, which would be a great Christmas green journal. And there's enough here you could make a couple journals easily, okay? I know when I do journals, I like to make more than one because I tend to make a lot of ephemera and stuff, and I have leftover. And even if I don't make it right away, I'll just put it in a big bag and save it for later. And along with that is another green that I think actually you could use with that, like for the inside. It's a little bit lighter weight, and it's another, this is upholstery weight fabric. I think it would work really great on the inside. That's why I kind of paired it together. So, and these pieces are, they're not all the same size, but they're decent size pieces. So you will get that. And then I wanted to tell the people that won for $1,300. I have a little place where I keep my prizes until people contact me. And I went in there to put this stuff away, and I found the scrapbook paper that was supposed to go with your kit for your little golden book thing. So I will be mailing those out to you, and along with a little extra gift, okay? Because I goofed up. I saw them in there and I went, why do I have this paper and it's all divided, you know, separately? And then it dawned on me, oh, what I do is I put these in a little zip bag thing, and that 12 by 12 paper didn't fit in there, so I had it kind of in the bottom. So I didn't have it with the prize. So I guess I completely forgot about it. But I'm not going to forget about it now. I will send it to you, but I'm going to also send you something else. Okay, so if you're interested in getting these, just contact me. My information will be in the description box. Okay, so now we're going to get to the fun stuff on our Fun Friday. I hope you guys like this. We'll see. Okay, so first off, I had bought these ages ago because I don't remember what I was going to do with them. And I decided it's a plastic bell. I think I was going to do something with an outdoor deal. And I have a really big 9-foot tree. I have a tall ceiling. And in order to decorate that tree, I have to put large things in it. You know, if I put a lot of small ornaments, it looks kind of weird. But the large ornaments are really expensive, and I do have a lot of, you know, pretty ones, but I always feel like it has big gaps in it all the time. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make something that was larger that I could put on my tree. And I was looking at this, and the inside, you know, is silver, but it's plastic. I mean, from a distance, I guess it would look bad, but, you know, not much to it. But I wanted to kind of you know, make this a little bit, I don't know, fancier maybe, I guess you would call it. So anyway, what I wanted to do, and I'm going to give you a few options on this, okay, is I want to take this and make it over, okay, so that I can put it in my tree. And honestly, how you do this is really going to depend a lot on your style. But, you know, the possibilities are there. And they have these at the Dollar Tree. They have stuff like this at Walmart. First thing I'm going to do is take the tag off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little, I guess I could save it in case I need it for something. Who knows? You know, that's what happens when you do junk journals. Anyway, I thought it might be kind of fun because I know a lot of people are decorating their tree right now. I'm going to save these little things because who knows. This little ring right here, I'm going to take that off, and I think it'll pop off, but it's all one piece. Maybe if I cut it, I actually think you can cut it with your scissors. Yep. Okay, so this, all I have left is this bell, okay? I'm not saving this. I can't think of anything, although somebody will say something. And the kind of things I'm going to use for this is I have some lace doilies, pieces of lace. I have this thinner lace. I have a little bit of greenery and a ribbon, okay? And the other thing that I want to use, let me get it out real quick. I just moved some stuff. I'm so excited. I got these little drawers in my little plastic drawers under. I have like a big table in my craft room because a regular desk is not deep enough for me to put my stuff in front of me. And it's kind of funny because I have to put everything around me then because I don't have any drawers. So I ordered some little plastic drawer things that would fit under there. And I ordered it on Amazon, and then I tried to order it at Walmart. Well, there's like a run on storage, plastic storage lately. I don't know what the deal is, if people are like hoarding food or something, and I don't know. But I have tried for, I would say, at least 3 weeks to try and get these things. And finally they came and they had them, and they do have them, but they were like the price, you know, the highest bidder out there. And I thought I had them at Walmart, and then Walmart, you know how you do it online, and then you go pick it up, and then they 3 different times they would say they had it, and then they would say, oh, we're out of that. So I don't know. Anyway, and then I ordered it on Amazon, and then they said it was delayed. I thought I was never going to see this. So I'm real excited because I have my space on my desk was just like, it was just getting smaller and smaller. I mean, you guys can't see around me, but it was just, I had no elbow room at all. So, all right, so I'm going to just get this paper so I don't make my mat too messy. And I'm going to take some gesso, and it should stick to this pretty good. We'll find out. And I'm just going to take white gesso, and I'm going to paint this with white gesso. And this is just so the glue will stick down and the silver won't show, because I'm going to make, and you could use paint, but I really think gesso sticks better to stuff like this. You see how it's just covering that so easily? So we're just going to cover that all up. And this would be a cute thing to hang in a wreath. You'll see when we're done. It'll be pretty. Anyway, I just thought we would do some different things. And this is the kind of stuff, when I told you I did other crafts, I did ornaments like this. And maybe I'll do one of those. You know, the plastic ornaments that you buy. Or you can get like ugly ornaments that you don't like anymore. My nose is itching for some reason. I have no idea why. Hold on just a minute. I'll drink water. Maybe that'll help. But I used to do stuff with those all the time because, you know. But we are going to make this plastic thing look wonderful. But anyway, what I was saying is I would make these ornaments all the time and sell them in craft fairs. And you just don't even want to know what I could sell them for. Remember my friend, at first I wasn't selling them for enough. That was my biggest thing. I tend to not, you know, sell things for enough. And my friend told me I wasn't selling them for enough. And so I like doubled the price, okay? I had like 2 of these, you know, you'll see when we're done. But I had 2 of these because to me, I don't know, you don't want just one bell. And I was selling them for $5, which I thought was a lot considering, you know, I had all the stuff and I didn't have to do all that much. Okay, I'm just trying to cover all the spots. Now the top spot, you don't really have to do that because you're not going to see it. But if you want to, just stick your finger in there because gesso dries really quick. All right, and I'll turn off the camera so that we can dry it and get to the next step. But, and you know, you want to go back and make sure if you have any spots, you kind of get it. But gesso works just a lot different than paint, but you could use paint. You really could. You could do like a couple coats. Chalk paint would work good. Chalk paint would probably work very, very good, actually. But gesso's kind of the same thing, really. Okay. So I am going to let that sit and dry, or I may dry it with my heat tool. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the camera. In the meantime, I'm going to look through my laces and things like that, because that's going to be our next step, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're all dry, and it doesn't matter if you have a few little spots, or it's not going to really matter in the end, because you're not going to see it. You're going to cover up most of this. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I have some of that, you know, lace that you buy by the yard, that's stretchy kind of stuff like that. Now I have other lace that I could use, but this is kind of what I want to use it for. I want to use this as the base to cover this, okay? So the only thing is, this is kind of too white for me. So what I'm going to do is, you could take your vintage photo, you could take anything that you have, but I am going to use my handy dandy spray that I have. That is my alcohol ink mixed with, it's basically alcohol ink mixed with alcohol, and it just dilutes it. And I'm just going to kind of spray it on there, and knowing that alcohol ink sticks, but I really think you could just take your vintage photo or whatever and it would work on the gesso. But I'm just going to let it sit there for a second. If you wipe it off too soon, then you know what happens, you don't have anything on there. So I'm going to let that sit for a second. I'm trying to dingy it up a little, and everything's going to the bottom, so I think I'm going to go on top a little bit here, a little bit, and hold it. Okay, I think that'll work. Just has to sit there for a little bit, okay? I'm going to take this, the rest of this. This is a little bit too, oh, I forgot that was that green alcohol ink. Well, it's okay. It'll probably dissipate. I want to go ahead and make this a little dingy. Put water in there. And I don't want it to, you know, I forgot I had that green alcohol in there. That's that 50% that I got. I just hate to waste the other alcohol now, because it's really hard to find it. All right. I'm just going to roll around in my hands to get the color to go all over, which it's not doing very well. I usually wet it first and it does better, I think. Okay. And it will be damp because I should have done that before, but I really thought I could do this and it would work pretty well. So, okay, it's a little blotchy, but it's not going to really matter. I don't want the white. Maybe I'll put a little bit more. I don't want it too dark, but then I don't want white in here. Okay, let's try one more time. It usually turns out blotchy when you don't wet your fabric first. And I didn't wet it real good because I didn't have the right alcohol handy. I have some, but I just didn't want to get up to go get it. Now see how that's turned out? A nice color. I like that. Okay. So anyway, that's good enough. That'll work. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to take this and I am going to try and cover this with that, but I am going to use my 3-in-1, or fabric tack would probably work. A hot glue gun would work. Actually, maybe I'll use my hot glue gun. I have to heat that sucker up. Let me see. It won't take long. I could start with fabric tack. I should have thought about that. You know what, guys? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera again and heat up my gun and then dry my lace. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and got my glue gun out so I can use that. And then I have all the things I'm going to use, and I may go, instead of going with the red ribbon, I may do pink. I may just do shabby. We'll see. I don't know yet. I haven't made up my mind. So, all right. But this part's going to stay the same no matter what. What you're going to do then is you've got your kind of grungier now Christmas ball. And you're going to take, and you know, use whatever lace you have. If you've got a doily, if you've got, it doesn't matter. You can use whatever you want. And I am just kind of drape it over here. And this is kind of stretchy, so it's easy to get over the whole thing. But I'm making a little hole on top. Not too big because it stretches. You know, you do what you need to do. And it doesn't matter if it's perfect, okay? Because most of this is going to be covered. So I am going to take this and just basically kind of just put it on the bell. And I don't want to lose the shape, okay? But I want to get it to the bottom and a little bit right here with my glue gun. Where's my little spatula? This is so I don't burn myself. Get something to press down on it so you're not, you know, burning your fingers, because it'll go right through the lace. I'm just putting a little bit right there, just like that. And then I'm going to put it down. And it doesn't matter if it's exactly flat, because you're, like I said, you will be covering most of this with other lace, okay? We're just going to be layering it, okay? And I do think your 3-in-1 would work on this, except, you know, your glue gun is, you know, quick and fast. I don't know why I don't use my glue gun more. I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, I use my 3-in-1 or fabric tack on that I could probably use my glue gun, and I just forget about it all the time, and I have it right next to me. So okay, oops, kind of want that over a little bit. I don't want it that bunched up. And we'll go and fix it up a little bit in a little. I'm getting glue on my fingers now. Always got to get some glue on your fingers. And I mean, you could have left it white, but you would be able to see it through here. And it just depends on the look you're going for. If you want it that white, you could leave it that way, but I don't. I want it to look a little bit more worn. Okay, more glue right there. I'll use this so I don't, yeah, there we go. I don't want to put my finger right on the glue. Just kind of press it down. Now I will say the good thing about the 3-in-1 is it's not immediate, so you know, you can move it around a little bit for a little while. So that might be a plus. Okay, and I know it looks like a mess right now, but you still have to get all the way down underneath. And okay, so you kind of have it draped on there, okay? And now what you're going to do is you're going to trim it enough to where you can go just right underneath, okay? That's it. Actually, just right at the edge, okay? That way, because you're going to cover all of this with lace, okay? So we're going to go right at the edge. You don't want it to really hang down very much. If you missed any spots that you need to get glue, just go in there and do that. And this is a good time to kind of, oop, hot. That's the bad. Now I remember why I don't use hot glue, especially with lace. You can burn your hands. I'm just pulling down on it so I don't have to touch it. Okie dokie. So I'm going to try and glue this to the bottom right here before I go to the next step. That way it'll make it easier. Because we're going to cut the hanging part off. And if we have it glued, it'll make it probably a lot easier. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. That's what you're supposed to use this for. Or whatever it is you're using to stick down. Which I'm not doing. I'm just kind of pulling it. There we go. Get that extra glue off. And I think I got one more spot and I'll be done. Okay. Now I do think that 3-in-1 and like fabric tack, you don't have to worry about if you put this in the attic or something and then it gets hot and it comes undone. I think it'll stay a lot better, so that's something to think about. So I think that's the only thing about hot glue. It tends to fall apart. Now see, it doesn't even look all that bad now, does it? Okay, so now I'm going to trim all the way around the edge, just right to the edge, okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect because it's all going to be hidden. So I'm just going right to the edge, right there. And going all the way around. Got like a bunches in some spots. I could use my fabric scissors, probably work better. All right, I'm going to pull this up a little so I can see what I'm doing. You're just giving it a haircut. And once you put the glue down there like that, you can't even, and if there's spots that are loose, we'll go back and fix it. But there's probably not going to be that many. And save these little pieces you're cutting off because you can always use them on something. I mean, they're actually not that little. There's lots of stuff. Lots of stuff, especially Christmas ornaments and things like that. Okay, and I'm going to show you the possibilities of both colors on this. That way you can see that you can make it, you know, your traditional colors or your pink or your whatever. Okay, but I used to do this stuff. I mean, honestly, there's not that much to it. And oh my gosh, people would buy this, eat this stuff up at craft fairs. You can do it with ornaments. You can, I mean, anything. It's just the bell is a little bit more unusual, so. And usually you do it in pairs. Okay. So we did that. We got it down. There are a few spots that are a little loose up here. If you want to, you can take a tiny bit of glue. Like, see these little spots right here? These little pleats, and just hold it down, and that'll get it all down. Because you want the shape of the bell. You don't want it to be like look like a lampshade. It kind of does, though. It kind of does. Anyway. So, you may just want to... I decided I'm not using my fingers anymore. Although I didn't really burn them. Okay, there's a little bit too much glue there, but you won't see it. You really won't see hardly any of the glue when you're done. I'm trying to get it inside the pleat so that you can't see the glue. You know. All right, that's probably good. Oh, there's one spot, probably right here would be good. You want to kind of get it to where you have the shape of the bell, okay? You don't want it to go straight down. And so, well, one more spot right here. And I'm just going to take this and go down with it. There we go. Kind of have to hold it down to make it stay a little bit. Otherwise, your glue is just going to sit on top. Okay, that's good. That's good. And the parts where you have some glue showing and everything, it's not going to matter, because we are going to cover this baby up with, I mean, for some people that would be enough right there, but you know, it just depends on how far you want to go with it. Now, here's the part where you have a choice. You could just go all neutral, one color, or you can take something like this pink and make it all shabby. You know, you could add this to the bottom. Okay. You can go one color and then just, you know, it's really like I have some more pink up here. You can go this route. Let me see what other pink I have, just to give you an idea. You could take, you know, a little pink bow and put that on there. You can do it all kind of this color and then do the red. I'm going to go ahead and do the neutral color and see how that looks, and then we'll see. So we're going to shabby it up with some different lace and stuff that I have found, and I'm going to go the one color. And now here's the thing, if you don't like it that way, you can always add the pink later. So I have this little fringe trim, and I'm going to put that on the bottom, just kind of at the bottom of the bell. Okay, but before I do that, I want to find some other stuff and I want to layer it. So let's see. Let us see. I kind of like this open stuff. I wonder how that would look. Ooh, that'd be pretty. That could be pretty. Probably shouldn't start right in the middle, but I really kind of wanted it more multiple layers. So let me see. I could put that on there. This is all vintage, so I would like this darker, but this is the actual, you know, vintage color, so I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just take some Distress ink and try that and make it a little bit more vintage. Just try that a little bit. It's just a little bit too, oh, that's too dark. That is way too dark. Let me see. I think I got my different colors mixed up on my Distress ink on my little dauber thing there. I hope I didn't get it in here. Walnut, no. Let me try this one. Let me see how it turns out with the brand new little dauber. No, that's too greeny. Yuck. That's really ugly. Boy, I'm going to have to save that for something else. That's a shame. Well, I'll have to go to my old standby that always works. Always works. Get the right piece here. I don't want to waste it. I hate to waste vintage lace. All right. Let's do this. Now this is cotton, so it's going to dye differently, so let's hope it works out. That's one reason I love having my, oh, that didn't work out at all. Not at all. Yeah, cotton always does. It absorbs the ink a lot differently than the nylon. I can probably move it around, but it's not gonna be the right color. It's not what I want. I mean, it will be used, and it's 2 pieces already of this. Maybe I'll just use it the color it is. How about that? Or maybe I'll just do something else the color that I already want it. Ugh, that is so aggravating. Maybe I'll just cut a piece of this. That will work. It's the exact size I want, but it's just not the right color. Although when I add everything else on, it probably won't look bad. Let's see how much of this I'm going to need. Let's see. Let us see. I put that right there. And don't be afraid to cut things apart. Chances are on anything that we do, you're not gonna need a whole piece, a big giant piece. So even your doilies, you know, most of the time you have to cut them up. So okay, make that a little bit tighter on top. So I like that. Cut that. I think I can cut it still shorter. It's not so bulky right there. And all we're doing is just adding different pieces on there. You know, it's just a matter of preference. I don't really know there's not really a right or wrong way to do this. So, okay, I think some of these would look pretty. Or maybe this again. This is kind of cool. This is weird. It's like a collar or something. So, I think maybe we could put that. Oh, it covers too much. I want it to be kind of see-through. So that's 2. This one would probably work. Let's see. I don't want to use all the same color. Yeah, this would be good. So where am I going to put that? Am I going to put it right here? Let me cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in half. I don't know if that'll be enough, but we'll see. And honestly, guys, you can just use trim. You don't have to use whole pieces of anything. But you get the idea. We'll just move this out of the way. We're just going to layer stuff on there. Okay, I think that would be pretty. Yep. Okay. If I can go right under there. But one thing about hot glue, you can't do like you do with your fabric tack and stuff because it'll dry so quick. You can only do small pieces at a time. I'm going to do that right there. Definitely using this. These are big holes in there. So I am just going to go, I'm just going around here. Oh, looks like I need another stick. And gonna go, hurry up before it dries. Okay. And I'm just getting this enough under there so it's covering the top. And that's the trick, is you're layering it to where one piece is working with the other piece. Okay. And these are 2 different trims, so they don't necessarily go together, but you just kind of have to look at them that way and say, what will work with this and what will work with that? And then if it doesn't work, cover it up or pull it off. Okay, this I kind of want here, but is that going to cover it? Yeah, because it's curved, I'm going to have to work with it. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here. So it's kind of in the same spot the other one is. And then I'm going to overlap it. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here. I'm trying to do it to where you can see, but I'll have to. There's a fine line between me getting it to where you can see and then going off camera if I get in too close. So, all right, I think that'll work. I just need to tuck that in just a little bit more right there. There we go. Get under there. I'm going to cut that. And you know, I'm doing this fast again, just like everything else I do. You take your time and you know, make it the way you want to make it, because, you know, you're gonna be the one that has to live with the end result. So, and I'm doing this real time, and when you're at home, you can just sit around taking your time and making decisions and all that kind of stuff. And I didn't pre-plan this, so, I mean, as far as where every piece was going to go. All right, that needs to go down a little bit. Okay, good. So now we've got the second piece on there. So you see why I told you you wouldn't even really be able to see much of the first one, but you see through it. And you really have to paint the bell, because you can still see through the other lace that was in there. So that's where we're at right now, and that might be good enough. I mean, but I want to put something on the bottom, and I probably want to dress it up. So I'm going to put this, which way is the right way? That way. I think that's what I want to put. I could put, where's my other lace? And I do want to put eyelash trim on there too, so I want to kind of double it, I think, because, let's see, I was going to put some over here and I completely forgot, but I can still do that. I'm going to put a little bit right here, tack it in, maybe. All right, I don't know, maybe not. Let's see. Why don't I wait till I'm done and then I'll figure that out. Okay. I think I'm going to put this on the bottom, maybe. I don't know yet. Let's see how that will look. What do you guys think? I could do that. I have other trims, and I did have them over here. Where did they go to? They disappeared. Oh, here they are. Okay. Oh, I think I need something thicker than that then. If I don't do that nylon, let me see if I have it a little wider than that. I got that one. Oh, here we go. This might work. Well, I don't know. Here we go. I thought I had one that would work. What'll happen is when I'm all done and turn off the camera, it'll go, "Whoa, here you are." Let's see. What do I have in the back? Ooh, maybe this one. Yeah. Okay. Could put that on the bottom. Okay, these are my choices. I could put that one. Or I can put this one. It's a little bit more roughly, a little bit less. I could go like that. Let me see. I think I'm going to go with the other one. I wished I had a different choice. How about this one? I wonder how that looks. That might look better. That might look a little better. Yeah, because it's got that scalloped edge. I thought I had a wider one with a scalloped edge, but I guess I don't. I have this. That's it. I thought I had a wider one. Oh no. Is that the same as that one? Yep. That's a little smaller. I know I should have thought of this all before you guys came on board, but that's why I call it Fun Friday. I just do what I want. All right, here's a different one. Let's see here. This one's the same as the other. No, it's not, but I don't think it's going to look any better. I just can't make up my mind. No, that one does nothing for me. This one I think is too big. You know how you'll know it when you know it. Now this is a vintage lace here, but I think that'll be too big. This is just, doesn't have a scallop. It's a little wider, but I think it's gonna have to be this one right here. Definitely. I've got a choice between these two. And I think maybe the wider one would look good. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. No more deciding. Let's see. Because I do want some of the other lace to show. I don't want to just cover it all up. I don't know. I think I'll do that one then. I'm just going to do this one. Because y'all aren't going to wait all night. Okay. So I'm going to go all the way around with this. Of course, a little at a time. With the scalloped edge down. Okay. There's my little smusher downer thing. And I'm seriously, I sold these things and they would just fly off the shelf because people were like, oh, you know, and I probably did sell them for way too cheap because, I mean, if you think about the materials, but I just had a lot of it, so it didn't really seem to matter to me. I'm sure my husband was just glad that some of it was gone. He's so happy that we're not going to, like, do major decorating because we're not going to be here for Christmas. We're going to Colorado, I think, you know, unless things change a lot, for Christmas with my youngest son, and I don't want to do all this decorating, and then my middle son's going with us. My older son, you know, he works at that lab, and they're so busy right now because of the resurgence of you know what. So, I mean, I'm not going to decorate for, no, you know, just for me, really, because, you know, I do like my house. Oh, if you see the decorating I do, unbelievable. Okay, so anyway, that's kind of sort of what we would do. If you wanted to add pink stuff to it, you could certainly do that and make it a little shabbier or whatever, and then like you could put that around it, let's say. And I'm just giving you an idea. Oh, I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? You know, I mean, you could do whatever you want to do. I think I am going to take my original idea that I was going to do, and all you're going to do on the top, I'm going to loop this through here. It has a hole. Remember when we pulled that thing off? So we're just going to put this through the hole if I can't get it in there without it going. Come on. Shouldn't be that hard. I think I'm just poking it right through. I need something that's not going to poke it through. What do I have? Let's see. What manner of... Okay, how about this? A paintbrush. That'll work. There we go. See, look how easy that was? Okay. So this is going to be our holder, or you could, you know, whatever you want to put on there. And, okay, let's just say probably, what, about like that, I would think? Yeah. So I am going to just kind of do it right here. I'm going to cut that, and then I'm just going to tie it like that. Okay, so that gives us our little knot to hang it with. And then, where did my greenery go? I don't want that much on there, I don't think. I'm just going to take just a little sprig of this and then put it on the top, kind of like that. Maybe I want more. I don't know. I don't know. Should I use that one? It's already messed up. I never put the whole thing on there. I just kind of cut it up so I can get pieces where I want it. Yeah, that looks good there. And then just hot glue it on there. Probably put a piece right there. Right, okay. Put that, I don't want to put too much glue on there. All right, and then take another piece off of here. Oh, maybe this bigger piece. I usually never leave them the way that they are. I just kind of piece it together. Let's see, that's going to stick up too much, so maybe right there. You get the drift, right? And then I think right there, we'll put a blob of this right here, so that goes there. Okay, and then we're going to put our bow on. And you can either put the bow on this side or you can put it on the other side. I'm going to do this like this. I probably should have put the bow first, but I want it to drape over it. So anyway, I'm going to get it in the middle. I'm going to put a dot of glue. I know there's a right way and a wrong way to this ribbon. Here we go. Well, it's probably right here. Is that? Yeah, it's about right. Okay. And that covers up the top part of this, although honestly, it's pretty covered anyway. Okay, that time that was hot. Getting in a hurry. All right. This bow situation, that's the thing that drives me nuts mostly. Okay. I want it to kind of drape down. I should have waited to put that on there so I can pull it off though if I need to. Like, just like that. Okay. I might do that. I might pull it off. So wait to put your other piece on. Yeah, I kind of want to put the bow where I want it and then just kind of put this on top of it and get that glue out of there. I'm just going to put a little bow. Okay, there we go. I'm making a horrible mess. That is not, what am I doing? It's like I'm making a knot. I don't want a knot. Okay, there we go. Oh, it's because there's glue in there and it's kind of stopping it up. You guys know how to do a bow in there. Okay. I'm just going to let it stay. If I keep messing with it, it'll get worse. Right? Okay. And then I got all the glue all over this little guy. Let me get this one off that got all messed up. He melted. Because they're styrofoam, they'll melt. Okay, so we're going to put you back on here somehow. Put a big old blob of glue. Okay. See all the glue I have stuck to me? Anyway, you get my drift here. That's kind of what you're going to do. It needs more greenery up there. Where'd the other piece go? Need a long one. Needs more. It doesn't have enough. Okay, that has to go right here. All right. Put a little more glue here so it stays in the right spot. Get that excess glue off of there. It's got some little pieces hanging. All right, that is kind of what you're going for, guys. You're something like this, and then here, get minus the extra glue. I gotta let it dry. But that's kind of what you're going for, something like that, and it makes a pretty bell. And if you had a pair of these, you could put them in a wreath or whatever, or you could go the pink shabby route. Either way, Or you could go a rustic route. You could do burlap. You could do whatever you wanted to do. If you want to put more greenery on the other side to kind of cover this up. But in the back, you just have this. So it's, I mean, I think that's cool. You could do as much as you want. I don't think it needs anything more than that. But that's it, guys. That's all she wrote. So that's my Fun Friday. And congratulations to the winners. Make sure you get back with me, and I'll put the information in the description box. And so I'll see you guys on Tuesday to finish up our latest project. If you guys don't know what that is, I don't even remember what we called it. Do y'all remember what we called it? I don't either. Anyway, just look for last Thursday's video. It was basically kind of a file folder that we're decorating, and a journal that we're making. And it's kind of shabby. What did I call it? Vintage shabby. I didn't call it grungy, but it is kind of grungy, but not super grungy. So anyway, guys, that's it. That is our little fun thing that we did. And if you want to craft along with me for next time, we're going to be making these cute, cool little sachet things. I feel like I'm, you know, one of those dollar store, do stuff with a dollar store. But you need a piece of burlap, okay? You need some sort of tool, mesh or something, okay? These little packets come from the dollar store. I happen to love this one the best. It's called White Rose, but they have them there. And I think Walmart sells some stuff like this. And all this is a fragrance sachet packet. But it's just this is just in paper. Oh, these smell really good. Anyway, White Rose. And you need, like, I went to the dollar store and I bought these thingies. I don't know, they're made out of foam. But anyway, I just wanted it for the pattern. Okay, that's the only reason I wanted this. But we're gonna make them out of gingerbread. And I got this at the dollar store too, I believe. No, I got that at Walmart. But they sell this stuff with any kind. Now, the color will show through a little bit if you have a wider burlap. So I'm going to use red, and then this, and then any kind of ribbon or anything that you want to use to decorate. But we're going to make a cool little thing. We could also, we might do a couple of them. We'll see. But anyway, I think it turned out cute. Could you see doing a whole bunch of those on a tree? Be adorable. And then, you know, the bottom is, oh, we got some glue on there. I have to get that off. That'll be easy. But I mean, the bottom's all silver, so, and you could do it with the gold ones too. I mean, you don't see the color. So, and like I said, you can definitely go shabby pinky on that if you want to. But I think this looks good like that, just with a pop of color on there. All right. See you later next time.